Welcome back, everyone. So in part one, we got our feet wet with the basic greetings, right? The words you need to just start a conversation. Well, today, we're building on that. We're going to learn the words you need to actually talk about the world around you. Let's dive right in. I'm hoping that's a huge nam, which of course, means yes, because we're about to add some seriously powerful new words to your vocabulary toolkit. These are the words that will help you describe your world and just get around with a lot more confidence. Okay. First up, let's talk about places. To get around anywhere, you've got to know the names of things, right? These nouns are the absolute building blocks for asking for directions and, actually finding what you're looking for. Let's start with a really important one. The word is mustashfa. Say it with me, mustashfa. This means hospital. And look, it's one of those words you hope you never have to use, but it is absolutely crucial to have in your back pocket just in case. And here is exactly how you would use it in a pinch. هل هناك مستشفى قريبة? That just means, is there a hospital nearby? See our new word, mustashfa, sitting right there in the middle? This is the kind of practical real-world phrase that just makes learning a language feel so useful. Now for a place you might visit for much happier reasons. The word is maktaba. Let's hear it again, maktaba. This is the word for library, a perfect destination for any of us language learners. And hey, if someone asks you where it is, you can point and say this simple phrase, al-maktabatu hunak. The library is over there. Boom. Just like that, you're giving directions. How cool is that? All right, here's an easy one for you. The Arabic word for bank is bank. Yep, it sounds almost exactly the same because it's what's called a loan word. You'll find these little gifts in pretty much every language, and they are fantastic for building up your confidence fast. And if you needed to ask for one, here's a really polite way to do it. Daleni ala ayi bank lau samacht. It's a super useful phrase that basically means, could you please direct me to a bank? And by the way, all these essential words and phrases we're going over, they come from the 2000 core words and phrases collection from our friends at ArabicPod101.com. So if you're feeling fired up after this and want to keep going, that's an amazing place to continue your journey. All right, we've got some places down. Now let's learn how to actually describe them. We're moving on to adjectives. This is where the fun really starts, because this is how we add color and feeling and all that rich detail to our senses. Okay, pro tip for you. One of the best memory hacks for learning adjectives is to learn them in pairs of opposites. So let's start with the weather. For hot, you say har, and for cold, it's barid. By sticking har and barid together in your brain, you're way more likely to remember them both. Let's try another pair. What if you want to describe, say, a room? For clean, the word is nadif, and its opposite, dirty, is muttasikh. So you have nadif and muttasikh. This opposites trick works perfectly for feelings, too, which is a huge step towards really expressing yourself. To say you're happy, you'd use sa'id, and to say you're sad, it's hazin. So, speaking of painting with words, let's add some actual literal color to our vocabulary. Our first color is azraq. Any guesses what that is? Yep, it's blue. And listen to how beautiful it sounds in a sentence. السماء والمحيطات لونهم أزرق, which means the sky and the oceans are blue. It just paints a picture, doesn't it? Let's do one more color for now. The word for red is ahmar. Say that one more time, ahmar. And a great way to lock this one in is to connect it to something you already know. الفراولة لونها أحمر. Strawberries are red. Simple, memorable, and kind of makes you want a snack. Okay, we're in the home stretch. We have places, we have words to describe them. Now we need some action to bring it all together. Let's learn a couple of essential verbs, and then we're going to level up our counting skills. Let's kick things off with one of the most basic, fundamental verbs in any language, to go. In Arabic, that's yadhab. Again, yadhab. Trust me, you're going to use this one all the time. And check this out. We've come full circle, back to giving directions. يذهب إلى الأمام مباشرة. Go straight ahead. You could totally combine this with the places we learned earlier to give someone some really useful instructions. Another core verb you'll definitely need is ra'a. That's ra'a. It means to see, and it's absolutely essential for sharing what you experience with other people. And this sentence really puts it in a personal context. It tells a little story. رأيت أخي في الحديقة. I saw my brother in the park. See, this is how you start to share bits of your life in a new language. And last but not least, let's build on our numbers. Assuming you've got 1 through 10 down, you're ready for this. Let's run through them. 11 is إحدى عشرة, 12 is إثنى عشر, 13 ثلاثة عشر, 14 is أربعة عشرة, 15 خمسة عشر, and 16 is ستة عشرة. It's worth taking a moment to practice these, and I promise you'll be counting higher in no time at all. So there you have it. We've covered nouns for places, adjectives to describe them, and verbs to create action. You now have all these new tools to mix and match into hundreds of new sentences. The only question left is, what's the first one you're going to make? Don't be shy, just try. Keep practicing, and you will be amazed at how quickly your world in Arabic gets bigger and bigger.